What's up, YouTube? My name is Kelvin. As some of you see my post on Facebook, I did come in 17th place in Rochester Regional this weekend. It was about 217 players, if I'm correct. I did look this earlier this morning, if I remember correctly. It was 217. So I did some of you see some of you comment on my post I put on the Yu-Gi-Oh Hero Forum. I try to comment on everybody's questions. I try to give everybody answers. I don't like leaving people on just like ignoring the comments, but I'm here to put a deck profile on explaining my card choices, what worked best for me, and what was MVP. Did post one video on my page. Honestly, I tried to do this about a year back, but I have two additions to the family. I have twins now, but with them growing, as of right now, my wife is trying to help me out so I can go back into the game, go more to locals, go to events. So going forward, I'm gonna definitely post more videos if I can. Let's see where this goes. Hopefully I get support, and if not, that's okay. I'll keep playing the game. I'll still keep playing my heroes. I'm doing this for fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. Alright guys, so this is the deck profile. These were my matches for this weekend of Sunday for Rochester Regionals. I did play against Radiant Typhoon. You see two Draco Tails, Yummy, Luna Light, Branded, Elfno Branded, and Radiant Typhoon as Arena Dragoon. The Draco Tail I did, no, which one was it? It was the Branded play I did lose to. Game 1, he side-framed Omega and ripped out my Fusion Destiny from my hand, which is really my only play that game. I had like Mass Change and other cards, Favorite Contact, but it was mostly the Fusion Destiny rip. Fusion Destiny was my only play because it was the only play I drew actually. Game 2, I opened up first. I drew Anti-Spell, Cross-Out Designator, draw, Favorite Contact, and it was something else. I think it was a Furnace, if I'm correct, or Malicious, one of those. But it was complete break. I just couldn't do anything. I just scooped right away. It wasn't what it was. I wasn't really upset because it was the first time that I drew all tournament, so I can't sit there and complain. The other Draco Tail play I lost to 1 and 2 was I went first. My board was just strong. Game 2, he ended up winning, made his board, established it, I ended up breaking it, but he ended up getting the advantage with 5 mana. 5 mana, card is stupid. Game 3, I went first, and my hand was busted. It was broken. Fusion Destiny, Mass Change, Stratos, everything you could think of, Malicious. But he opened up draw, and that was GG from there. I couldn't pass his draw. I mean, what can I say? So I had to scoop on my part, and I lost that one. But that was my 2 losses. Everything else was just insane. I explained what helped me throughout with the most of the matchups, so I can explain as my deck profile goes and what fusions actually help. Everything else was just honestly, a lot of my games were actually pretty dragged on. Like they weren't like, and it's crazy because these decks are insane. But it was either I won game 1 because my board was just crazy, but then the deck was just fighting and just fighting after they established their boards. They had so many comebacks, and I know heroes are supposed to kill them instantly, but for some reason, I don't know why why there was those games that was just so long. Honestly, it's just dragged on. But I'd rather it drag on than just be completely blown out, But let's continue with the deck profile. I definitely played the 2 Stratos, Neos, Shadow Mist, the Liquid Soldier. So these are pretty standard. Some people actually still play Liquid Soldier. I definitely played it because it's one of those cards that if I don't see my Ash Blossom for going first into going to my opponent's turn, I want to draw some of my draw. I wanted to draw my Ash, maybe my Droplet, so I can set it. But when I'm siding, it helps me get to my side cards going first. If you don't open up your side cards going first, then there's no way for you to get to them, or even second if you want to, so you can draw them. But really, there's no way for you to get to them. You have to hope that you open up your cards, those staples that you can't get to, those side cards, those hand traps. And Liquid Surge is the only card that helps you draw into it. I'd rather have a chance of drawing into it than not opening them at all. I played the Duskgrow. I did play Double Furnace, so this is very different. Some people play 2, some people play 1. If I opened this, I was never really mad because I always poly or Mass Change, either one this card was. But more importantly, when I opened up the Fusion Destiny and I needed to send Malicious first for a combo, I didn't have to activate Fusion Destiny, send another copy of Malicious and Denier so I can summon Destroyer. I will just send a second copy of this, and then basically the Denier, and I have my Destroyer right there. Another thing was that if I open one, you have your combo. Go into this one, search the Mass Change or Poly. If this was in the deck, you Fusion Destiny this to the graveyard with Denier, and then you summon Destroyer. So when you have the Miracle Fusion, you Miracle Fuse these two. And if you're going to Shining Neos Wingman with Favorite Contact, this was still in the grave. So you'll flip the Favorite Contact, you'll summon the Neos Wingman, you will Chainlink 1, Neos Wingman, Chainlink 2, this one that's still in the grave remaining because these two are banished, and you special summon it, and now you get 2 pops, or with other attributes you have, but guaranteed 2 pops because you have a light with Neos Wingman and a fire with Furnace. So it always came in clutch for me. I really like Double Furnace. I'm not changing that from what I see. Double Malicious, I did play. Well, triple, sorry, my apologies. Triple Malicious, Denier, pretty standard. I did play Double Ferris. I didn't miss the third one. I didn't want to play one because when I opened it, but I never wanted to really draw more late game. 1 increase and double Bion. As for spells, this is here. I drew the Foolish Burial, which is pretty normal. With my cards all over the place. This belongs right here. This is my side. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. Foolish Burial, Pull by the Grave. Sure everybody's playing that. Miracle Fusion, Double Poly. I played double. People ask me about this. I played Double Poly because when I opened this card, or when I didn't open any of them, but when I opened them one, people don't know this deck too much. So when you search the polymerization, they wait for the polymerization to negate it. So when you activate it, when they stop this one is already in hand because it's the one that they searched. You activate the second one, you don't have to wait. Like against Draco Tail, I had this in hand. I'll search one, an example. Search it. I polyed, they'll negate it. I still had the Ash Blossom in hand. Let's say I had Ash Blossom in hand. I didn't use my Ash Blossom on that negate on this because they had other ones. I'll poly, and I still have my second one live. Against Radiant Typhoon, you know, they never expect the polymerization. You bait a couple things, they never expect the second polymerization. So it always came in clutch, the second one. The double Mass Change I played because one, I always like opening this card in case I get drolled. Honestly, I got drolled like once or twice if I'm correct, luckily. But I did get nabbed, of course, but it didn't matter because I played around it. But more importantly, I played double Dark Law. So if I open one, I'll search the second one on my opponent's turn and I'll flip it. So as soon as I'll start off with one on the field so I don't get droplet, and then the second Mass Change will be there, so I'll flip the second one when they search. So they start out with 6 cards, they'll search one, they'll add the 6th card back to their hand, and then the double Dark Law kick in and rip out 2. So they'll play with 4 cards. This is just me. Going second, I always sided one out though, because Dark Law really doesn't do nothing going second. But people were still scared of him regardless. Triple Fusion Destiny. The triple Hero Lives and the 1 Favorite Contact. That's pretty honestly standard. And then for other cards that are not really part of heroes, staples, I played triple Droplet, triple Ash, triple Foalos, and I did play the double Drolls. Honestly, I thought I'd run into a lot of Luna Light. Because usually not my locals, but a lot of players that come from around do play Luna Light, usually to like the events around me. So I expect a lot of search cards. On top of that, I just wanted a card that would just stop them for the turn. I was gonna risk it playing this in case, even though it's in players Draco Tail. I also expected against Radiant Typhoon, but card worked when it worked. Honestly, I wish I didn't have it when I played against Draco Tail. I'm gonna take these out and put Imperm, to be honest with you, because I was playing Imperm. And there was times that I really wish I had the Imperm before, because against the Dragoon, when they try to search with the Magician, try to search the Gaze of Timaeus, it would work to negate it. The Radiant Typhoons, there was sometimes I would want to Imperm them from a certain search. It would have came in really clutch. This works against Radiant Typhoon, don't get me wrong, obviously, but against certain decks, it would have been nice to just have the Imperm as a second backup, especially when I was playing Liquid Soldier. It would have been nice to just draw the Imperm instead of the draw, but for me personally, I'll just side it. And that's only due to my experience. There was many times I just wished I had the Imperm instead. And as for the, let me just go over the side deck instead. The side deck instead. I did play the Anti-Spell, Rivalry, Solemn. I played these for when I go first. Well, I wanted to take out the Motramis and maybe the Drolls cross out, so I didn't want to get drolled. Tactics, in case I went first, obviously it's Tactics. Solemn, it's Solemn, I mean, it just negates anything. Rivalry, in case I played against like Branded, or anything that has multiple types, and Anti-Spell. So this came in clutch. This will come in clutch against Radiant Typhoon, and you would ask, hey, but they got MST. But once you set up Chaos Hero Contrast with Anti-Spell, if you activate Anti-Spell and you have Contrast on field, you negate the MST, and the Anti-Spell is lives protected. So they can summon all the monsters you want. If you have like Wingman, Favorite Contact, you could just nuke their monsters, stop anything they're gonna summon. But they have to wait their turn and then your turn before they can activate any spell cards. So I really like this pick. I see myself taking it out. It's a Floodgate. Woohoo the Floodgates. I did play 3v match, and these were my Bro Breakers, Lightning Storm, and Harpies. So I wanted a card that in case I opened up the Motramis, I wouldn't open up into another hand trap or just stay, cards in my deck. I wanted more breakers so that I can say, okay, I drew evenly match for Wallow, so you can go off. I'm gonna just negate. I'm just banish your whole field. Like the Draco player, I Fualos, I Perulia'd, and I opened up even match, and I was just like, okay, main phase, battle phase, evenly match, and everything else just like, okay, let me just set up from here. I don't care, The crowns. My friend sold me on these. I did play Crown. It did help me out with Trinity. I was able to crown my opponent's monster and punch him 3 times. It protected me from dying, to be honest with you. Against the Luna Light player, I was able to negate the going first. I sided 2 droplets out for 2 crowns. I was able to negate their fusion, and they couldn't do anything with it, touch it, so it was just sitting on the field like a statue. Against the Yummy player, I was able to activate and negate their card, so they couldn't do anything with it either. In theory, against Sky Striker, you can activate it and negate their Ray, so they couldn't do nothing with that either if I was to play against that. So it has implications. I would test it out. It's pretty good. I mean, it worked out for me. I'm still testing it though. And the double Perulia. I didn't want to draw these with Wallows. Some people playing 3 and 3, but with heroes, I didn't want to draw Perulia and Wallows, have a bigger chance of opening up going first, and having to play with 3 cards. It's already bad enough having to play against so many hand traps and so much crap that it's like I'm taking a chance of me losing the die roll and having to Perulia for Wallows. I didn't want to do that, so I sided those, to be honest with you. But that's just me. No idea is bad, so everybody could do as they please. I did play the One Destroyer, Wingman, Shining Neos, Wingman, Thunder Giant, Wake Up, Sunrise, the Trinity, Double Dark Claw, Contrast, Devicer, the One Cross Crusader, and the double Wonder Driver. So the MVPs for me was this and this. These. Trinity, it's a maybe. Card came up once or twice, but it came up. It did the job with Crown. Honestly, any other time I went into Wake Up as a last resort. So I never really needed to summon him. So this, honestly, I honestly throughout tournament, sometimes I wish it was an Ab-Zero. Never the Wind Master Hero monster, because nobody ever really negates Stratos like that anymore. So maybe like an Ab-Zero. Maybe a double second cross Crusader. But this card, I did play 1. A lot of people played 2, and that's due to the fact in which going first, I will summon, try to get my search. If anybody tried to negate him, and most people will go, sure, go ahead and reborn, special summon, affect the tribute, and that's when they'll negate it. And now the second one is no needed for the first turn, and second turn person established their board. And it's like I never really another search for it, to be honest with you. I never need to search. There was never a second card I wanted to search, because by then you already went up through your whole deck, to be honest with you. So instead, I thought to myself, I need a card in case they break my board that will help me come back. because usually your fusions are dead in the grave. They can't. There's no way for you to get to them after the Miracle Fusion is already in the graveyard. So I took out one and put the double Wonder Driver. So going first, I would one the driver. You do your setup. They get rid of your board somehow, nuke, whatever, and now you have no Miracle Fusion. You have nothing. When you go second or whenever late game, you summon the second Wonder Driver, never expected. You summon the hero under it, or malicious, and then you set the Miracle Fusion. And now you have play. You have comeback. You have this if you haven't summoned the second one. You have this if you haven't summoned it because you use favorite contact for the second one. You have this for comeback. So you have heavy hitters for you to come back. Sometimes I even Miracle Fusion again for him, and then summon the second, and then add the favorite contact back from the graveyard to hand, so I can have it live. So the second one was amazing. MVP was these two. This card made me come back so many times when I had nothing. After like a long game of like 25 minutes. And Thunder Giant always caught everybody off guard going second. Nobody expected this card. Nobody knows the card really exists. They just know he's Thunder Giant. But he helped nuke my opponent's entire field. So going second, I will go Thunder Wonder Driver, and then Polymerization, Fuse, Sunrise, such as the Miracle Fusion activate, and then I'll summon this. I'll go Chaining 1, Chaining 2. I'll set the Miracle Fusion face down. And then, so Chaining 1, Chaining 2, blow up the field. So this goes to grave. And then the Miracle Fusion sets. Now you Miracle Fusion, basically. And then you go into Inferno Rage and go full combo from there because the field is clean. I was playing against Yummy, and I was just like, I haven't played against Yummy a lot. So I just had kids, so I was out of Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit. And he was just tagging out. I was just like, alright, so my guess is no wonder that card is L1. It keeps doing too much. The effect keeps activating. Alright, bet. You know what? Thunder Giant blew up the whole field. I had enough of it. And it was GG from there. Then I went to Rage and full combo from there. But this card was amazing. I don't see me cutting it to one. I just don't. This is your comeback card. This is the card that gets you Miracle Fusion all over again. This is the card because once you use the first one, you don't have no way to bring Miracle Fusion or anything back. The second one makes you come back with any fusion card in your graveyard. Even just a mass change. Just setting a mass change on your field is enough for your opponent to try to get rid of it because they're afraid of Dark Law. So the card was great, was amazing. Honestly, for the tournament, you just need to know your matchups. I didn't know much of it, to be honest with you. I winged a lot of it. But you need to know your deck. That's the most important thing. You need to know your deck and how to play it, and how to play around things. So this is honestly what I played. It works for me. Whatever works for you works for you. I don't ever doubt an idea. But I just hope that everybody's taking dubs in their games and just have hopes because you do have the advantage. Always remember that. But thank you for watching. You know, I hope you guys like, subscribe if you can, if you want. Anything, I appreciate it. You know, I am new to this. Wherever this goes, it goes. I'm just doing this for fun and enjoy it. So I hope you guys have more wins in your futures. But GG.